What's up guys, it's Amara and today I'm going to be going through one of the Bonfire challenges, so one of the FreeCodeCamp Bonfire challenges. We're going to start with reverse a string, which is the first one. Okay, let's see what it's asking us to do. Reverse the provided string. You may need to turn the string into an array before you can reverse it. Your result must be a string. Remember to use read, search, ask. If you get stuck, write your own code. Here are some helpful links. Alright, let's have a look at these links. Okay, so we start with string. Alright. A string global object is a constructor of strings or a sequence of characters. Alright, so pretty much showing us what a string looks like. String literals take this form. Let's jump to the next one. The split method splits a string object into an array of strings by separating the strings into substrings. Okay, it gives some examples here. I'd encourage you guys to have a look at these later just to get a better understanding of what split string does. Okay, alright. Reverse method reverses an array in place. The first array element becomes the last and the last becomes the first. Okay, that seems pretty straightforward. Provides an example of that here as well. And the join method joins all elements of an array into a string. Alright, so when you have an array A, you can join it using a.join, and this is what you get. And if you want a comma and a space in between them, you have to put them in quotes and you'd get that. And if you want nothing in between them, you'd have to put an empty quote in there and you'd have wind, rain, fire all conjoined together. Awesome. Okay, let's jump into the challenge. And to be honest with you, I usually learn by doing, to be honest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play around with the split string. I'm going to play around with reverse and join and see how they all work. Okay, so let's start with split string. Okay, so we're going to assign str.split into str, back into str. Alright, and then we're going to have an empty and see what we get. Alright, so okay, see what happens here. So we've fed it, so we've called a function reverse string with hello, and we've just only applied the split, and this is what we've got. We've got the hello split into individual elements. Alright, so let's say we wanted it to split at where this comma is. You would have to put a comma in here as well. So basically, it usually splits at the element you put the character you've put in there. So if you put a comma, it's going to look at the input and it's going to look for where a comma is, and it's going to split it there. So if we have nothing in here, it's going to basically split it at these intervals. That makes sense. All right, let's jump on to the next one, which is reverse. So we're going to also assign that back into str. So str.reverse. Okay, and then what happens is you split it into an array. So you split your string into an array, and then you're now going to then reverse all the elements of that array. So the first one becomes the last and the last becomes the first. And this is what it's done here. Awesome. So it seems like what's remaining for us to do is to then join this back, all the elements in here, join them back into a string, and then we would have reversed the string. So let's try that. So we're going to feed that back into str dot join, and we're going to ask it to join. We're going to put an empty quote in there just to tell it to join it. Join H to L with no space in between them. So join all the elements with no spaces in between them. So we're going to do that and then see what we get. Awesome. All right, so that seems to work. Let's just try it with the longer sentence string and see how that works. All right. Okay. See what we get here. Let's try it with spaces. Let's see what happens here. So we've asked it to join it and leave some spaces in between every single character. So that's what it does. It brings it back and even leaves double spaces in between. So E and M, you've got double space, then F and S. Okay, so this provides me with more clarity as to what it's doing. So we've reached the end of this challenge, guys. Seems like we've got it. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, leave us a thumbs up. I'm going to be bringing more videos on these challenges. If you thought, if you think there's a better way of doing this, if we did this in a slightly better way, in a different way, leave us a comment. Provide your code. I would like to have a look at your code. And yeah, have a good day, guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers.